Devilman Crybaby is another cancerous, sick garbage that came from a very underdeveloped soul, a very quote unquote underdeveloped person who had a very sick mind and wanted to show just like the way that the entity tried showing nasty stuff that's going on the planet was just done in a very poor, disgusting, pathetic way. And it took the story towards it was very unnecessary. That's just what can be said. The best way to say it is the story writing and the way he went about telling the story was very unnecessary. It was garbage. It really didn't have any significant meanings or anything behind it. It was just pretty much gore, orgies, murder, blood, gore, again, just gore, excessive gore, characters dying, and it's like, what even? It's a very stupid, idiotic story. And then motherfucker mentions angels, so you know he has that limited Caucasoid psychology when he's out here mentioning angels, the way he's interpreting it. Talking about an angel was fighting Satan. Like, bro, you're on stupid nonsense, bro. If you can't even look at the publisher that made that book, and we have whole entire course lessons on that. So not even gonna get into that talk, but the writer itself was very underdeveloped. We have to see who paid the writer. Who paid the writer to make that and throw it at the eyes of children, teenagers, anyone that encountered that abomination that thankfully is not getting any more attention. Whenever it's mentioned, it's not mentioned in a positive light. It gets bashed. So if that's what you call attention, that's not good attention. It's just trash. It's garbage. You know, it's a type of trash that gets defunded. That sort of trash just does not exist anymore. You won't see it. And that shit gets, you know, if we really had to use the censorship, we would definitely use it for that. Like this, like if you ask me, like, yeah, we don't like censorship, but that type of garbage is like a big no-no. A big no-no. Like Berserk, at least Berserk had meaning to an extent. We shot, even though Griffith did some nasty things to get money, at least it was relatable to some people. You know, not everyone, you know, like you have to go through some experiences, sadly. And if you cannot tap into the experiences that many souls and people have left for you, then you will pay the consequences. You should be able to look at the world, the planet, and look at the problems that are to be resolved. You should be strong enough to protect your mind and not copy off of something that is going to obviously lead you to bullshit. Like, do you really want it? You can literally just go out there and look at someone who is behaving in a specific way. You can see their ending. Why would you choose to mirror, to copy that behavior just so you can end up wasting your time on the planet? That's how stupid it is. So that's how stupid that whole entire series is specifically. Because the idiot, again, just made a gore-infested, trash-ass series that really didn't have anything significant. And actually, I'm willing to say it's worse than Attack on Titan. Because Isayama, at least now we understand Isayama's perspective. So officially, Devilman Crybaby is the worst anime in history. Not capping, not going off of emotion. It's being logically said. And if you want to get into the specifics, we can get to the specifics. But this respective video talk,
Fushigi Yugi?
Nah, Fushigi Yugi, like it had this, but that Devilman Crybaby took it to a whole other level. So again, we can talk. We can talk about the specifics. But in this video talk, I just wanted to point that out real quick. The worst anime out there is Devilman Crybaby. And the writer that made it had a very sick, limited psychopathic psychology. That you can see where his development, if you want to do the research, you can do it. The research has already been done. And I'm not going to sit here and give you the answers. I'm not giving you the answers. You go do your research. And you have to be able to pick apart specific bugs. You have to pick apart specific content and why it's made, the agenda. You have to see the specifics of it. You have to see that if a person is underdeveloped, or if a person is a psychopathic serial killer that's underdeveloped, was traumatized, their brain was affected because their mother smoked and did all sorts of different things that caused it to develop in that way, guess what? At the end, it ends up wasting its time. What is it going to do? Traumatize itself and others? That's all it's going to do. So that's essentially what that Parasite tried doing with that series. It tried traumatizing the eyeballs of a lot of entities. It had like that series is just garbage overall. So avoid it if you can. Not even if you can, just avoid it. Straight up, just avoid it. and we had to point that out. It's very unfortunate that we're not gonna like bash the person. What can constructively be said is, unfortunately, who knows? Maybe he grew up with mental problems. Maybe he grew up seeing things he was not supposed to at a certain phase in his development. Maybe, his mother smoked, his mother drank alcohol, and that messed with his development. Because obviously he hasn't heard about Genghis Khan. He hasn't heard about all these other quote unquote killers that did all this other stuff for no fucking reason and they accomplished nothing essentially. They just played bloody Minecraft. Literally bloody Minecraft where they just built trauma and bullshit that didn't go anywhere. That's all they fucking did. Terrorize others for a certain amount of time and they got kicked off the planet. That's all they did. And so that garbage never goes anywhere. All that garbage now gets stopped. That's why we talk about this sort of stuff. When we get into specifics of particular series that are just garbage and why. Okay, this is not randomly said. Understand the why so that you do not have to pay and suffer the consequences. With that said, let's real quick get the editor's perspective. Did you ever hear about that trash series?
Yes. I mean, I'm not gonna have much to say because I saw the recent series they made for. Wait, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can quote unquote hear you.
Yeah,
Right
so
now.
I can still. I saw the recent series they made, like the new version. Like what was it? About 10 episodes or whatever. And I mean, it's just not that memorable for me. Like I just watched it. I mean, it was funny at times. It was wild and this and that, and then it was just retarded at times as well. And then that's it. It was just a clusterfuck of stuff happening. But yeah, certainly not something I remember. It's easily worse than Attack on Titan in my books because I mean I'm always gonna remember all the good things from Attack on Titan. But that's a different story. But whatever.
Well, we actually found out about the big plan. Like Isayama just pretended like he was about to take an L in the finals. This man said he had a 3-1 lead, and then he scared us with that too. He let them win 1 point. He scared us, but he's coming in with that W now in the anime version.
Well, I hope so.
No, I'm serious. Like if you saw the video that I ended up showing you, I sent you, bro, Aaron, you know how should I spoil it for you or not?
Nah, don't spoil it. I didn't even see what you sent either. What is it? Like that shit spoils the entire thing, right? Or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
No. It spoils towards what Aaron's gonna do and how he's gonna take that W. And the anime only ending.
Oh, I mean, then I'd rather just wait and see that for myself, right? Like.
All right, so it's gonna be a big conversation once we get around to it. When it comes out and stuff. So. But what's the worst anime to you? Officially.
Worst anime officially? I mean, that's hard. Because, I mean, for me, like, I tend to forget. Like, usually shit that I don't like, I just tend to forget. So, like, I probably don't even remember.
I like to punish motherfuckers that make stupid, idiotic garbage that should not be, around. So that's why, I always keep it there just to punish. Like, you made that abomination, now we're gonna shame you legally.
Yeah. I mean, I could just. Yeah, I don't know. Like, off the top of my head, it's always gonna be, shit like SAO or Fairy Tail, that kind of shit. Those will always be bottom of the barrel for me. I mean, they're
bro,
likely worse than
Devil Trash, garbage. literally didn't even have anything significant, anything meaningful in it. It was just fucking garbage. So I'm not sure how. Like at
Sure,
least SAO had story technically, and also Fairy Tail had a decent story. Rather watch that's more appealing. It can help people's development. You get what I mean? So if we're comparing it like in regards to that, you can say that that is like that is the worst anime ever. That double trash baby
sure.
garbage,
In
that double
regards to
trash
that,
garbage,
yeah.
that double trash garbage is just the worst anime out there.